I have a question.
What's that?
Do you think they'll ever make another Metroid game?
Well, considering that the one for the 3DS is coming out doesn't count, probably not.
I have nothing against Federation Force, but I agree it doesn't count.
It's just not a Metroid game. Well, there's Metroid helmet flying into the space station.
Yeah. Can he crawl when he's in his ship that looks like his helmet?
He just crawls through space.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You'd say some call him the Space Cowboy? See you, Space Cowboy.
Some people call him Maurice.
Is that Metroid's real name?
Yeah, Maurice.
I didn't know that.
Maurice Metroid.
Makes sense. Maurice Troid? So I'm putting all my faith in Twinkle Toes. This is the first time I'm ever letting him play a game by himself, and I'm a little worried. But you're pretty good at Metroid games, you say?
This is also one of the first games I ever actually beat all the way through.
Just in general?
Yep, look at me go right now.
Yeah, you're doing really good. Is Metroid crawling?
I'm crawling all over the place, baby.
You know the funny thing is?
What?
In Zero Mission, Metroid actually does crawl.
So true.
Yeah. Are we just going to pretend that's you playing the whole time? Or?
Yeah, this is just going to be the entire video series.
We watch the pre-roll.
We're just going to break it into 30-second videos.
Man, we're making so much progress.
There's that ice missile.
Yeah. Now, are you sequence breaking right now?
I'm crawling.
Oh, okay.
In my skin.
These wounds, they will not heal.
Fear is how I fall.
I say we move on. Oh, there's a Zumba Zambambo.
Welcome to Metroid Fusion, folks.
Zambambo.
That's what they clean the ice with in hockey games, right?
Yes, Zambambos. So I once again found myself in the surface of SR-388. This is me, Tamora Morrison. Welcome back to Star Wars.
I want to point out with this little cutscene here, we already have more story than is in the first Metroid game.
True. And it's also better presented than Other M. Oh, and I say that as a fan of Other M. It was there that I was attacked by a life form I had never encountered before. I'm flying in my spaceship. It was only later that I learned the identity of my attacker, the parasitic organism we know now as X.
Why are you transitioning into a Steve Irwin voice?
I don't know. That's just how Tamora Morrison does it. Alright. Is Mega Man the villain of this game? Mega Man X? So from what I understand, because I'm not a big Metroid guy, this is the final game in the series, correct? Timeline-wise.
Yeah, timeline-wise, this is the last one.
I think this takes place right after Other M.
That is correct.
Because in Other M, spoiler alert, Adam dies, and in this game he's like a weird computer program
Yeah, he's
thing.
an AI in this.
And he's also really annoying, I remember that, because he has these huge text dumps.
Oh yeah. Like...
However, during the journey, the X multiplied within me, corrupting large areas of my power suit. Boba, I need help! It then came to light that the organic components of my power suit had become so integrated with my system. I need him alive. He's no good to me dead. Just a simple man trying to make my way through the universe. How? Because I think it goes like Metroid, Metroid 2, Super Metroid, Other M, this, and the Prime games are like in there somewhere.
Prime, I believe, is between Metroid 1 and 2.
Oh, really?
If I'm not mistaken. I might be wrong.
All the Prime games or just one?
All three of them, yeah.
Interesting. Where does Prime Hunters
Prime
fit into
Hunters
that?
fits between 2 and 3, I think.
What about Prime Pinball?
That is actually just retelling Prime 1.
Okay. Does it really?
It actually does.
It has a story. I didn't know that.
It's not even that it has a story, it's just like, they're like, oh, it retells the story because it takes place chronologically the same.
Mm-hmm. This is a really cool suit.
I know, I love this suit. You can get this in Metroid Prime.
Mm-hmm.
Like the full
with the
3D
GBA
models.
link up.
Yeah, because that was useful for...
It was useful for this and then nothing else.
4 swords.
Yes.
But that was really it.
Well, technically also the Tingle Tuner in Wind Waker, but no one used that because it was pretty terrible.
I like to tingle my own tuna. Thank you very much.
So when do we get to blow this planet up?
The last level. You think I'm kidding? Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
For a game that's 13 years old.
Is that true?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
2002.
I feel old.
2002.
Only 90s kids remember this.
Only 80s kids remember if Metroid's a girl or not.
No, Metroid's a guy.
Right, Maurice.
And he can crawl, in fact.
Mm-hmm.
Big, stupid loser is what that stands for.
I thought it was butt-sucking lips.
It might be. Hey, so there you go. You just had some characterization that's expanded on in Other M. She said, for someone who doesn't like taking orders. So there you go. So we're now heading to the planet that is essentially a turd with a ring around it.
Turd Fergus ring. It's a funny name.
Oh my god. Why is Metroid ship purple now? It was yellow in the beginning.
It's because that's her helmet. She's flying in her helmet.
Yeah.
Sorry,
and yeah,
helmet.
she got the fusion. He got the fusion suit. Mm-hmm. And yeah.
Oh, I think that's one thing. The ships have never been consistent like one game to the next.
Yes. This is the only Metroid game that I've played and beaten. I've like halfway through Prime, and I'm very close to the end of Other M, but I just feel like they're not games that I like to play, they're games I like to watch.
Shall we go through this again?
No.
Okay.
No Kpora Gaybora, no. I will say that Metroid Prime 1 still looks really good.
Oh, absolutely. So, just in case you're wondering what abilities I currently have, that's it.
Good. That's pretty standard fare for Metroid games.
Yeah, that being said, though, that gives you a nice little, oh, well, everything's completely fucked because you just got X-virused.
This is the only game where it makes sense when they strip you of your stuff, because you get a completely new suit.
Yeah, Metroid Prime is like, that's the most infuriating. No, Prime 2 is the most infuriating.
Yeah, because doesn't that take place literally right after Metroid Prime 1?
Mm-hmm. This door is not. Yep.
I assume this will not be a speed run, nor a 100% run.
I said I could beat the game. I didn't say well.
Oh no, here comes Adam. This is the stuff that's just so annoying that I remember about this game. And I wish we were playing this on a legit emulator so we could just press the fast forward button. Yeah, I have very, very fond memories of this game.
Thanks for the cameraman for offering me light on this.
At least it's not like Donkey Kong Country where if you go back and forth it'll shine and there'll be a frame where it's just white and it gave kids seizures. What is that? Is that a new enemy?
Yeah. Or it's, a lot of the enemies in this are, like, they're not new. Mm-hmm. They're just, like, X-infected, so they look different.
Oh, so, like, X-infected, like, space pirates and stuff?
Mm-hmm. They're purple now.
Oh, okay.
That's, like, the only character design I really remember.
Yeah, that's how you know.
So,
there's a door there?
This way.
This way?
Yeah, that was the way I came. There's gonna be a lot of that, too. Just
I assume so, yes.
This is where I was. Killed that guy.
Metroid doesn't know what he's doing right now. You don't have missiles, right? Yeah, I see you don't have missiles.
Yeah. Well, I have his energy.
Oh, this is good.
Quality filming.
I'm sure there's a speedrunner out there that's like, someone's playing Metroid Fusion poorly right now.
They're gonna have to compensate by playing it better.
Yeah, they're gonna beat it in 20 minutes.
Okay, so like map.
Though I remember the Zero Mission has like the exact, it runs on like the exact same engine. It's like
Correct.
all the sounds are really like exactly the same, and that bothers me. Oh, Adam's got to talk to you, I think.
That's why.
I think you were literally just supposed to kill that thing and come back here. And he probably unlocks some doors.
Gelatinous.
Wow, look at that 3D. This was truly the power of the Game Boy Advance.
Yeah, you know what else was the power of the Game Boy Advance?
What?
Those cartridges. What?
Are you gonna say the cartridges where you can like play an episode of Sonic X or something like that? Yeah. I don't know how I knew you were gonna say that. I just knew you were gonna say that.
We're literally sharing a brain.
Yes, a mother brain.
Bringing it on home.
Wow.
This is vital sense.
I have not paid attention to a single thing Adam's saying because I think I have PTSD from other M. Any objections, lady? Thumbs down.
I've unlocked all the doors that you don't need to be unlocked. Thank you.
Yeah. Adam's such a good guy. Why did he die?
He's such a great computer wife.
Yeah. You know who should have been in this game?
Oh.
Anthony Higgs.
Me.
I like that, like, sometimes you'll see that, where they're, like, the X-Parasites, and then they turn into those other guys.
This is the other thing I do, is literally save all the time. Like, I might just save again, just because.
Can't be too careful.
Exactly.
Why'd you not go that other way? This game also has a really good soundtrack.
I gotta save it again. No, I'm kidding.
Why are you not going through that way?
No, I wanna go the other way, real quick.
Oh. I was gonna say, are you farming that one guy? Because you're all good with everything.
I know. I forgot those power bomb doors.
They're power bomb or just missiles?
Or, super missile.
Oh.
Power bomb's yellow doors, if I remember correctly. Yes, I remember that much. I also played Super Metroid for like 2 weeks.
Okay, it took you 2 weeks to beat Super Metroid?
No, I didn't beat it. I barely beat it. Okay.
That's the Zambambo!
He's dumb though. It's a Bamba.
I remember those. Those use missiles.
Yeah.
This is one of those games that I've purchased way too many times.
Here's Adam.
Like, I have this on the Game Boy. I have it on the 3DS Virtual Console and the Wii U. I guess it's not that many times, but for one game, it's a lot.
It is a lot. I'm like that with Mario 64.
Really?
I bought it for the N64 twice.
Okay. So did I for some reason. I have 2 copies of that.
So I have the DS version.
Mm-hmm. Well, that doesn't technically count because that's like a completely different game.
It's not really a completely different game.
It's pretty different.
It's a remake and it has the it has that multiplayer feature in it.
It does have multiplayer and it also has that
Look how sassy she is when she goes in the elevator.
She's very sassy. It has like different characters and it has different power-ups, so it's a pretty. It also has a few different like new levels.
Does it? Wait, isn't there 150 stars in that one instead of 120?
Maybe.
Or am I making that up?
You might be making that up, but I feel like you're correct.
Okay.
Oh wait, so it's not actually him? It's just a computer named after him? I think I've been bamboozled.
No, it is him. We're just way too early in the game for that to be revealed yet.
Oh, okay. So she named a computer program Adam, and then it turns out that it's actually him?
No, she's like, it reminds me of him, and then it is him, so.
Makes sense.
We'll go out this way. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm meant to fight Samus X soon.
I remember that character is really cool and scary.
Because she doesn't say anything. Or it doesn't say anything.
Well, neither does Samus.
That was the most useful one yet.
Thanks, Adam. Hashtag thanks, Adam.
I love the noises in this game.
Yes. I think, yep. This is the worst part of this game by far. That Adam will not ever
Here's
shut
the
up.
thing, I'd rather have this than the way it is in Metroid Prime.
Why?
Because it's just kind of like, oh, well, things happen, and your ship computer lets you know it. It's like you really just feel alone. Like, if you really wanted the sense of isolation, you wouldn't have a map with, like, checkpoints on it.
That's something that I think the Metroid series does very well, is isolation. When you get the snap, freeze, snap, flash, thing make it go run fast.
Oh, I love that.
I forget what it's called. I can never remember its name.
Let's see it right now. Watch me get fucking, like, destroyed.
You're gonna get murdered. by Adam. It's his ghost. Or you enter a door and then you hear, "Long time no see, princess. Remember me?"
Remember me? I don't.
No. No one did. That's why that became a thing. That's using the old noggin. Nope, missiles. Do you know where like a lot of the like missile power-ups and stuff are?
Pretty much. I'm really good at like following the maps and kind of figuring out where
Yeah.
stuff is. It's also as simple as looking for cracks in the floor.
Yeah. If I remember, this is where we first meet like
Sax.
Super Sax. Yeah, that's a good name.
It's SAX, so every once in a while. It's
Sonic Adventure DX. That one was really hard to find. You know, I don't think I ever found that one. I did a 99% run of this. I couldn't find that one thing.
You know, to be fair, I'm a master Metroider.
Yeah? So what is the deal with the Zambambos?
They're just scientists from the space station that have been...
They don't look very smart.
Yeah. I gotta come back here later. That's the one thing I hate is when they give you rooms that are like...
Well, that's the whole point of these Metroidvania games. Is, you know, here's your thing. You can't get here now, but later you can. These doors I hate.
Oh, these things suck.
And those, if you touch them, they just give you energy, right?
What?
Oh no, it's the green ones that give you energy. Wait, what do they give you? Oh, we're having a real power struggle here.
Hold on, fuck my...
I think you have to wait for it to have the eye, right?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, once it stops shooting the pie at me, then I can...
It's nothing better than the giant Fruit Loops at the end of Metroid.